Let us see, are we live? Oh my, the FPS. The FPS drops go crazy. Okay, notify Discord. Close this. Let me test the chats. See if they are working. Twitch is working, YouTube is slow as always. Guess I'm gonna retest it in just 1 second. Let's see, tests. Still not capturing, huh? Oh, never mind, it is. Okay, cool. Is now capturing. What's going on with my FPS? Hello? Like less than the max it should be. It's funny when I'm trying to read strafes, but the bot is just do like a super long strafe, and I'm just like doing this, kind of like jumping ahead, because like whenever there's like a swap in directions, right, you wanna be ready for it. If you're on a hit scan, then you just track on top of them, right? Well, a projectile you need to lead, so whenever there's a direction change, you have to adjust more than a hit scan would, right? More mouse movement. So I was doing these little jumps on the Lari, expecting her to strafe back, and she never did. She just kept going in a straight line. Get up closer. I feel like my aim is fairly smooth right now, which I appreciate. You're gonna TP at all, or? Yeah, you do. Interesting. Do I have a speed boost or no? It is really satisfying just to shoot Genji's weapon. I don't think there's another weapon in the game to me that is as satisfying as this one. But I think that because I like Genji's weapon so much, that's why I like Orisa. Because her weapon is also projectile and projectile tracking. And I find it really fun. What up, Philern? How are you doing? Frey is hard. Frey moves so much with her dashes, it's crazy. And you can see right there, like suddenly the unknown just hits the Lucio speed boost. Makes things awkward. Can't even play Overwatch right now? What happened? should do some Kovacs later. Like when I stop playing today, before I actually stop and take a proper break, I should go Kovacs and see. Because right now I feel like my aim is better than usual. So I'm curious if like that would hold up on Kovacs, and then I would get like high scores and stuff. Some daily Genji insights. Hit your shots with your left click. It's really good. I'm the biggest left click enjoyer now. Xion has such a small hitbox. I feel like it can be hard to just try and land these. At least when she's doing strafes that short. It is so satisfying. What? I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do. I'm gonna hopefully get a win here and get this account to champ on open queue. I was using this mode just to warm up, because you just fight like diamond players a lot of the time in here, and so I'm just like, I guess I'm already basically champ on this mode, because this mode is just kind of cosmetic. See, is everything correct here? Should be. Also, how's my microphone quality? I was watching a little bit of last stream, and the mic quality seemed worse than usual for some reason. It's weird. Where have I been? I still need to make a channel update, don't I? I'm not gonna kill that guy, poor guy.
Arriving at Shadowgia.
I continue on this path. I am repaired.
Nope. I guess the soldier lives another day. I don't think anyone is gonna snipe me on 6v6. And also I really do want to just mark Genji because I'm not flexing on this mode. I can't be asked, and also when I flex I tend to not actually win in this mode despite being champo roles.
Select your hero.
To be fair, I haven't really done much flexing to support because I find support very boring. Support would probably be very broken in this mode. At the same time, support in this mode a lot of times is just like very heal body. Which is not what is, if I would play support, enjoyable. Right? It's the dealing damage, making plays. And tank in this mode, like unless you play the tanks that are actually good, it's just not that enjoyable. And a lot of the tanks that I play are very weird to play in 6v6. The best Genji advice you'll never hear. I mean, if you never hear, how would you know about it? Right? How would you know about it? I don't know. It's hard to say that. I can tell you what the worst Genji advice you always hear is. Which is practicing one-shots. That is just completely garbage advice. Complete another waste of time.
I could have rebuilt you without all that metal.
And left me a monster, like other creations.
That is a matter of perspective.
See what this match holds. Part of it is that I just want to get champ on this account and then the profile is gonna look shinier with like 3 rolls, quote unquote 3 rolls on champ.
Round 1. Capture the
I
objective.
don't know why I'm doing this on my ult even though I already have it on my main. But yeah. But also another part of it is that this is just like a mode where I can more easily talk and showcase certain things. Oh, and my mug is already dead. Oop. My queen is gonna die soon too. Also, I deleted that queen's HP bar, hello. Hoping we can walk soon. Winston is just sniping. Okay, there you go, Winston is low. Oh, she was on the side. This is a weird one. Because I wouldn't say that the map is linear, it's just 6-6. I don't like 6-6. Like the tanks are not pushing or anything like that. Somehow I'm top damage on the team, like you know what I mean? It's just not a good mode. The players are not good, the problem with fundamentally about the mode I've talked about a lot. Like, a lot of what I wanted to showcase was just like what you can do with Genji in this mode to just like win and have it be fairly easy. But right now the enemy team is just stacking and not really actually having anyone feed. And it's not like our team is just like taking angles and stuff that I can just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna +1 this angle. I guess I could just take the 1v1 here in the left, couldn't I? Maybe force the Winston to jump on me or something. Make space. Oh, wow. We're just actually completely AFK. I dash in, I engage the Xion, and then the entire enemy team turns on me and we're still AFK. This game mode is so bad. Let's just lose this game fast and let's go to 5v5. I don't know why I killed 6-6, like legitimately. It's actually just way too bad of a game mode. Holy. Maybe the other maps will be better. And I say that as probably will just be like 12 players, just like 2 groups of 6, just mashing heads against one another, seeing which team just shoots their gun best. And it doesn't seem like our team just shoots their gun very well. I think their Cassidy is just shooting our tanks a bunch, and so our tanks can't walk because Cassidy deals a lot of damage and that's it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Another setback and all will be
One of our tanks tilted. That's another issue of 6-6. And this Winston fad.
Split like bamboo. This round is mine.
Yeah, this is a little bit more of what I was hoping for. To show like I can just contribute to fights really quickly because I can reposition with dash, and if I get the kill, I can reposition again. So I can just +1 any angle. And people are more likely to just like be vulnerable and stuff like that in 66 because just like there's so many people to grab attention and stuff like that and force resources that people end up just like ignoring one of their teammates on accident or something like that. I need to go make something happen right now. Aw. Or yeah, either their team leaves them alone or a lot of people just grab attention and then you're just free to do stuff without people looking. Like it's very common in 66 or you to just like be able to do stuff uncontested for a long time. Too low actually. The one I'm getting primal. Oh, he already has it. Huh? I guess it makes sense. It's already been like almost 100%. Have Queen ult. Don't have a defensive ult though. And we have beats. I'm probably just bleeding on the beats. Wow. And that's what I mean with like the diamonds, right? Like the skill level is just so much lower than the ranks actually show. At least if you compare it to roll Q. So I pushed that Xion, she misuses cooldowns and then she just walks in a straight line, she does not strafe me. Right, so I don't have a rush to aim, so I can just take my time, and so I should always kill in 2 shots max.
Surrender to my will. Time for the reckoning.
Oh, I did not get beaten. Oh, he zapped me. I was gonna heal some. I was probably dead soon anyways. I'd be able to do something cheeky here since Anna died late. Might be able to get a spawn camp off. Not quite. Anna's already back. Oh, the clear pocket, huh? Need to regen a bit. I heard a little bit too late. Oh, we're touching. Technically winnable, probably not winnable. Question is if we farm beat in time. We do. Oh, yeah, okay, GG's. I think I missed my melee the moment that the beat went off. I wanted the dash resets from Swift Cuts. Whatever. Let's go to a real game mode. I still don't know why I killed the 606.
Arriving at Shadowmere.
Finally, a real challenge.
Oh, Nash here. Oh, never mind, it's a baby diva. Hello? Footsteps are so similar. Oh, this is not a good Anon player. Just using the fan to ignite. Bully the hog! Aw, the melee did not hit. Pretty sure the melee was a kill.
I continue on this path. How foolish. I am healed.
Her hitbox is so tiny!
I am repaired. Dynamic reinforcement engaged.
Taking the lead.
Oh, the hinder.
Mistakes will always precede victory.
Ash has won the castle manages to fail the kill, that's impressive. Still just like ridiculous looking stats. Comparing the game modes. So open queue for almost 12k damage with less than 5 deaths. I don't think the Galactic fits too many skins. This one honestly looks okay. This is something that I was using for a while, but I think that this skin is just so ugly. So ugly. Although I guess that I should use it since I have it on this account. Thing is, it's not that exclusive of a skin anyways, is it? Because it's not Overwatch League coins, I believe it's just the coins that you can get for free in the Battle Pass. Isn't it? Effort to value perspective? I mean, I think it's standard. Like, it's within what you would want the character to be. It mostly scales off aim skill. He
If we do this right, they won't even know what happened.
theoretically has a lower peak. Although the thing is, like, discussing peaks of like projectile versus hits can be weird, right? Because like hits is just a better weapon type in general, so usually it scales more. But I think that the problems with Cassidy are more so the perks, like the double flashbang giving him extra range and just the silver bullet. Those are it. And to a certain extent the fall off, right? The devs just pushing him away from being bulky and then giving him range and just making him another generic good damage at range hits can. I'm just not gonna mess around with that at all. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, and my Mercy just walks into that. That's smart. Why is my Mercy not with my Soj? That's a very good question. Okay, now I need to go for this. Before I don't actually have to take that risk because Junk is just so good up close. I really don't get what our Mercy was doing there. Are you even in the group? No, you aren't. DM1. That seems weird. Should be able to kill this guy, his low in CDs, yeah.
There's the agent I remember.
You can just force point, no need to do anything crazy yet. They don't have good positions to fight.
How foolish.
Okay. Care for the Gen coming back from this position. This is what I mean with Junkrat being so good up close, right? Just not worth fighting most of the time. Our Mercy is just getting farmed, wow. Like, actually impressive how hard our Mercy is getting farmed. Makes this very difficult. I think Genji's state is completely fine. A lot of people like to complain despite the character being good in their rank and even in high rank like Genji. Genji's not in the best position, but he's like perfectly playable.
Actuating the barrier.
Let the Kitsune guide you. It's go time.
We're able to kill Junk. Oh, never mind. They're pocketing him hard.
Enemy spotted.
W left click. He's letting me cap. Okay, thank you. I have one more fight in the bag now.
Enemy here. Enemy spotted.
I want to engage that, but I don't think I can. Our team is not pushed up enough.
Come here. I can heal you. Enemy spotted.
An enviable technique. Meteor strike. Bad guys, heads up. Melody.
I have to make sure I at least steal that. I don't need to hard engage, I just need to force the Venture to not be able to do anything. Which is why I fight them so that they are low and then run. Especially because they were getting drill dash back and then I don't want to play around with the amount of burst that they have. Might be able to push this. No, it's just backing. Doom has punch, so I want to force him to burn the power punch. Yep. Burning heals. Okay, nice.
Step right up.
I like the state that he's in. I'm having fun with Genji despite playing on ping, which is a good sign.
0.
should be a place of reflection and learning. It saddens me that it is in danger.
Alright, it's kind of negative. Or Mercy has 5 adapts and to somehow win the round. That is certainly something.
From
Give team
imperfection,
TP.
we build a new world.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Mercy on top.
The barrier cannot withstand much more.
We're not breaking through a Doomfist choke. You can just hear the amount of punches he has. It's just so stupid. Get the hell out of there, like hello. The good thing is at least I have baited them far from point, so Jin has small advantage here. Nice.
Enemy here.
I have good cover, so I can just make that push safely. Doom has punch, so we hard push him to force punch. No need to force anything since I already have a sizable advantage.
I am healed.
Echo is top, I believe. Not inside here. Yeah, no. Our cast might be dead soon. Okay, no punch is good. Guy screwed up his dash. Care punch. Or care feeding punch, so I'm not even shooting him right now. My Sig is in, they're providing distraction values, so I can sneak in 1 melee. It already gives me an in. Because then I just need 1 melee to be able to get out. With Swift Cuts at least. Moira got lifted, that's why I was so confused. I think Moira has a... I don't know if it's a bug, where she can still be picked up while she's invulnerable in Wraith, like she doesn't actually stop existing. Like Suzu, like I believe if you Suzu you don't get picked up by Flux. Could be wrong on that. But I think the Moira got picked up while she was inside Wraith. And that's why I was so confused as to where the Moira was after the Wraith. I'm just preserving HP here. Because I want to be able to stall point as much as possible. For my team to just be able to not worry about it. I mean, in theory you have 2 supports that are good at coming to help me, because they're both fast. They're mobile supports. Oh, I might do that here. Wow. In theory this is losable, especially if we don't res. But I don't know, it's weird. I feel like they have an AFK or something. Yeah, I think they have an AFK or something. I don't know. Oh. Apparently they decided they do want to try.
I think we're outnumbered.
Blading is probably just gonna have to be done late in the fight because everyone is so survivable. I look to force point early because my team can't really do that very well. I need to force the enemy team to make a decision, split them, try to create a vulnerability.
What is that melody?
And right now it seems like almost everyone is just stacking top. Yeah, no, you're just throwing. Like, giving me flip for free is just bad. Very bad, wow. Does Blade live still in some games? I haven't at all recently, no. Like, I'm sure there are situations for you to do it still, but I've just been really enjoying Swift Cuts. I think game modes like Escort and Hybrid should be the best game modes for Blade, Dragon's Thirst, the Blade Lifesteal, because there are some really annoying to break positions that Blade, with the Lifesteal power spike, becomes really useful to have as a way to break through the positions, because otherwise you can get stuck in situations where you have 5 minutes to cap a circuit third, and you don't cap it because you don't have strong enough ult economy, and in the neutral, you just have to kill 3 entire waves of enemies to win, right? Because like the enemy team has such close spawns, right? So having a quick team wipe is very good, and that's what the Blade provides, especially if the lifesteal, right? It's like things like that are in theory like the best use of it. But I don't know. I've just been really enjoying Swift Cuts. I disagree. I think Swift Cuts scales in value the better your aim is. Although, I don't think that aim matters very much for Swift Cuts. Swift Cuts is not a, oh, my mechanics are bad, or so I use it to be able to engage and not rely on a kill, right? Or, oh, my mechanics are good, so in the few moments that I fail, I still live. Swift Cuts is a push and pull resource. It's very useful if you can understand the moments in the fight where you can go in without people looking at you. So there was an example on the first round. I don't remember if it was the first or second round actually. That I believe I dashed a more because I said like, yeah, no, it was second round. Because like my Sigma was in, I believe we had 2 kills at that point. And then I dash at long range, and then I just get the melee on the more. And now I'm in close range with 5 seconds on dash. If I just get 1 more melee, it's 2 seconds, I'm gonna have an out. I also had deflect heal, so I have so much HP to work with, even if the play is just like, I'm not receiving support from my team actively. And that small bit of attention that my tank is tanking, right? It enables me to just get an engage off that I wouldn't usually be able to, because I have a dash that I wouldn't otherwise have. It allows me to push an advantage harder than usual, and it makes kiting as well just like easier. Like I can greed positions for longer further forward, because like if my opponents try to chase, I can melee them and get another dash to go back and etc. Right? It's just a very good perk if you know how to maximize it. There are a lot of small nuances to it, which is what makes it difficult to use. But if you master the flow of the game, I feel like it's a very strong perk that does a lot. Because you can just squeeze in melees, and then you're just so much more active. So much more active than usual. I don't get your question, Brennan. Have you been running anyone Xion? Do I mean have I been playing Xion, or have I been facing Xion? I think it's Xion that you pronounce it actually. M4 to D5, no. No. Should be fairly straightforward that D-ranking that much is not a good sign. I mean, if you're having fun, then it's fine. If your goal is to climb, then probably not so much. There was a video that I wanted to make. I didn't really put much thought into it. It was just like a vague idea. I didn't even really think about what I would really talk about, other than just this idea about like people overrating and overvaluing rank increases, Like I feel like a lot of people end up losing the fun of the game because they just hear streamers talk about, oh no, this rank is trash, this rank is trash, I wanna be champ, etc., right? Only champ players have fun, blah, 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 whatever garbage, right? And then people end up just being like, wow, I'm worthless if I don't climb, I wanna climb, I wanna climb, I wanna climb. And then they end up just like not enjoying the game. Like being hard stuck is fine. Also, a big, I think I remember one of the biggest things and the reason why I wanted to make the video, right? I don't know how much content I would have for the video, like if I would have 8 minutes worth of things to talk about, which is usually like the benchmark for whether or not I'm gonna make a video on something. I mean, I haven't made a video recently, but that's another rabbit hole that I don't want to go into right now. But like being hard stuck is just like the standard state. Most players are hard stuck. And the moment that you become better so that you unstuck yourself, right, you push to a new rank, guess what? The immediate reaction to you pushing to a new peak is getting stuck there. It's not for you to just climb, right? For you to constantly be climbing would just be an anomaly. Just something that you have never seen before in the game, right? Someone that climbs so rapidly that they have basically never stopped on any rank, on any division, whatever, right? It's like completely normal for people to be stuck. Even the best players, the players that improve the fastest, get stuck in certain ranks for a certain amount of time. So people treat being hard stuck as being bad when it's just normal, and that's just like a very bad thing to be mentally thinking about, right? Just for your mind to accept as normal when it isn't, right? You shouldn't believe that being hard stuck is a bad thing. You should believe it as being completely normal. You know?
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload. Detected.
Oh god. Okay. I was worried my my Ori just got hooked into Narnia. Okay. That's kind of why sometimes you just wanna hold deflect in front of Hog, just so that maybe the Hog is like, you know what, this game is gonna just cancel deflect and is gonna go for a shot before de-peeking. You just let the Hog mind game himself and just waste hook on your deflect. Almost there at Torb in our back, man, hello. Do need to be very careful this game about unusual Hog angles, because this Hog can fly. This Hog is a taxi. There isn't that much of a reason for me to be camping high ground, because they don't really have easy access to high ground. Okay, I got to break that without burning deflect. Spam Hog, because right now nobody's really doing stuff on the angle, and my Moira was marking the Torb. I will mark the angle now though. I need to watch out to not give free access to the flank. It's just gonna be a game of alternating between shooting Hog so the Hog doesn't break through main, and looking at the flank so the Cassidy doesn't break through main. Or sorry, through the side flank. That dash is a little bit of a waste if I miss the melee. If I don't miss the melee, then I'm fine, and it helps me squeeze more damage against the Hog without having to deflect for the hook, because I'm gaining a build with the dash, making the hook harder, right? Nice. I don't think I'm gonna greed point touch here. I'm just gonna give space. My team is not gonna have a hold forward. They can't really. They don't have the mobility. Oh, if I just hit those shots, that guy's dead. Because then I can dash commit. Okay, nice. No! Ah, come on. I think we'll lose point out of that. Yeah, we do. Shame. I really thought that the Torb was dead from swing dash. I guess not. I guess I could have just. Wow, the cat's full? Hello? I was damage boosted. I feel like I landed a good combo. Like, how's the cat full? Oh, nice hook. And Mercy's dead. I think it was just the end of Purr, just giving 4 heal ticks. Purr is just such a disgusting healing ability. Cat in general just heals too much. Cat needs to have less healing for the utility they provide. Like, the fact that you can heal bots and just win games on Cat is stupid. Like, Cat can legitimately heal more than 10k per 10 minutes. Which is not a metric that Cat should be able to reach. Have Fly Noon, which is rough. I have Whole Hog while having points close to capping, so I want to pressure Hog a lot. And there goes the Hog, just having infinite HP. Cat is such a cancer in this game. Or did I say cats? I meant Hog. This map is also just giga boring because it's just so defender favored. Don't have a meditation yet. If you remember that. It's such a linear map with like such terrible design. I'm not gonna go into that as to why right now. Seems like we're just gonna have to give some space still. Nice. Good job to my cats. A lot of what I have to do this game is just mark, because it's really hard to kill a lot of these targets, and my Cassidy just has a total mercy pocket. Cassidy should just be low ground. The detour to... Never mind, the Cassidy is taking the detour to high ground. What? Hog is such a cancer in this game. Like, what is that? That is so stupid. Can my order live, please? Should be able to. No. I needed to get that kill fast. I needed to just hope that either the Torb doesn't get pocketed enough or the what was it? Or they don't deal enough damage so that I can just keep swinging. It's not that Hog doesn't require skill. Hog requires skill. It's just that the feeling of playing into Hog is completely garbage. No. Hog is a skillful character. How skillful? I don't know. I don't really care to measure. I just know that Roadhog makes the lobby unenjoyable for everyone except the Hog. I would argue even the Hog player doesn't have fun a lot of the time because they just get counter-swapped the entire game. So Hog is just cancer. Hog does not belong in the game. Can the devs please just delete Roadhog? Like, canonically kill Roadhog and then, yeah, that's it. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna miss him. The few Roadhog players that get upset can go fuck themselves, honestly.
You haven't slept.
I've mentioned this before and I'll mention it again. Paradox of tolerance. If you're too tolerant, you're gonna allow intolerant people to rule, and then they'll create an intolerant society. Or, I mean, yes, right? So you need to be intolerant towards those that aren't tolerant to create a proper society, or like a tolerant society, right? So in this case, if you allow characters like Roadhog to exist, you stop the fun of everyone else in the lobby, whereas if you are intolerant towards Roadhog players having fun, you have just allowed everyone else in the lobby to have fun. You need to be intolerant towards hog types and stuff. I'm not looking forward to attacking Rialto, this map is garbage. Especially if what they're running. I was hoping we'd be able to kill Hog there. Nice, we kill. And again, same map as it was yesterday, right? And then same thing with like the cat hitbox being surprisingly big. Tanks have too much HP in 5v5. I think that's a symptom of just like certain characters having too much damage. I don't think it's like an inherent issue to the mode. They also have to have that much HP because a lot of oh wow, he just deletes that tree. A lot of tanks just have insane damage outputs. So like if you just lower damage output somewhat, tanks don't need that much HP. And also, there are a lot of tanks that don't actually have that much HP and that can function. Because they have other ways to be tanky, like being smaller, like Queen, right? And having much more fair ways of just like increasing their survivability through Shout, which is like 150 HP or something. Not like 300, 350 heal plus damage reduction, right? So a lot of the issues with like 5v5 tanking are just self-inflicted by the dev philosophy. A Life Weaver might be able to get me out. A Life Weaver is not able to get me out. Marvel Rivals, I'm pretty sure, just has horde design like throughout its entirety. So even though I haven't really heard of anything about it, or watched or anything like that, know anything about the balance, I'm pretty sure it's just like such a terrible game that you shouldn't ever think about it in terms of game design or anything. Like genuinely. Like last I heard of like Spylo talking about it was just like the tanks don't have synergy with each other. I don't remember the other thing, but it's just like Marvel Rivals tanking is not not an example. At least for good design. That's for sure. Ugh, I'm dead. Where is our team? Hello? Why is our carry perma dead? I guess everyone just decided to go top while I was doing that, which is my fault for not noticing. But yeah, here we see the issue of Rialto is just garbage place to fight after garbage place to fight. Why the Torp trolling?
Excellent.
Over here.
Let the Kitsune's
We can stagger this guy a little bit. The cat is gonna try and taxi. Oh, never mind. The cat will manage the taxi. I thought we were faster than we actually were. Don't need to wall climb as much. It's not like I'm gonna get assassinations up into this comp. Just stay low ground and shoot hog a bunch. Just wasting up time. The hog fine? Should be fine. Has Kiri pocket. It's only hog down there, right? Of course. Our Kiri goes down there. I forgot that their Kiri can do the same. We're gonna look for a squishy hook. He's gonna ignore our hog. Yep, and that's how they win this. And our life we picked the wrong perk. Roadhog is such a good target for the other perk, like it does so much damage. I think I need to look into avoids this game. I think some of these players are not good.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Very nice.
Be careful.
That couldn't have gone.
Life protects life.
Complete. Score 3-3.
The main difference between ranks is that the higher ranks are better. There isn't any other way to describe it, like genuinely.
I've never been more ready for adventure.
Because the thing is, there are different profiles of players. You can't just say that every single Genji in GM has the same level of mechanics. They have different levels of mechanics, they have different levels of game sets and whatnot. It's just about a collection of base stats. Think about Pokemon, right? You could have a Pokemon that has 100 attack and one Pokemon that has 100 special attack, and they're both gonna hit really hard, right? I don't know what actually is just gonna be the greatest stat. I think 100 stat is not that good anymore. But the point is that you can spec differently. Like, a lot of the best Pokemon tend to have higher base stat totals, right? Like, legendaries are all, like, I believe, above 600 or something like that. You can think about ranks as just being about that. Where if you're a player that has 400 base stats, maybe you are a diamond, but if you're a player of 500 base stats, then maybe you are actually masters or GM, right? You can think of a certain amount of stats that you need to reach per rank, and how you do it, it's up to you. A lot of different Pokemon that are viable for different reasons, right? Bulk, utility, damage, etc. I was hoping I would bait hook here. The railing. I'm touching. Oh, we're gonna lose now. I needed that soldier kill so bad. It was so free too. I just missed so many shots on that guy. Wow. I actually just had a free kill on him because he reacted slowly. He did not notice my dash.
Sides.
Yeah. The way to climb out of any rank is to just practice more. Like really. If you want, like, the problem of generic questions is that you can only really give generic answers to them, right? Like, what are the issues that you're facing in gold? I have no idea. I haven't seen you play, right? And if you don't give me any details on like what you think you're doing wrong, then I also can't help with them. But like an actual answer that would help everyone, although very limited, would be just like practice, right? Because you need to just become better. How? I don't know. You can choose different ways. Some are gonna be more efficient than others, but if you just practice and improve, you're gonna climb. Just choosing a topic to practice out of interest and then just doing that over and over and over again is gonna get you to climb, right? Best players to the game makes you lose, yeah.
Oh, they get the javelin.
5,
Yeah.
3,
Being too creative can lead to you just
attack.
making dumb choices.
Stop the payload.
We're back to Orisa, which is pretty good. Orisa's gonna give us a lot of sustain here in main, so I just need to watch the flank. I'm really scared to engage. I don't think he has overload, but I don't want to gamble, because if it does, then we just lose a very good position for no reason. Oh, Torb is hard flanking. And hard flanking with Kiri now. I don't think I can mark that, it's too far back. Need to win fight main. No, he's not with Kiri, it's just a Torb flank. Good to know. Please heal me? Thank you. Awesome.
Meet your fate.
They're gonna have Kitsu soon. We do have our Kitsu, so it's fine. Okay. Cassidy is still close. They have really good support cooldowns though. It's really gonna be hard to kill. Their attacks are gonna be bad though. No more cats. Slow characters. Pressure hog a bunch. I think Cassidy is flanking left. Oh, we don't kill him. That's so sad. Have Orisa ult really soon. I cannot believe I threw this hard. Oh my lord, I can't believe I threw this hard. If the team lives, it's fine. Because they still have Ori ult and they burned the Hog ult, which is the biggest counter to the Ori ult. But I cannot believe I died there. Why did I peek? I guess, I mean, I thought that he was further back, but... Oh my god. I cannot believe. Oh my. I threw this. How was the Torb so fast during ult? And how did nobody shoot him? I guess the Bastion was dead, right? Me dying to that high noon is just insane. To be fair, it was gonna be a tough blade regardless to do it immediately. I don't think our Orisa could ult to set me up. I don't have lifesteal there, they have so much damage. No, I probably can't blade regardless from that position. But at least I'm threatening it from the high ground, which forces the enemy to play a certain way. Also, just me being dead means that they have an easier time pushing, things like that. Ah. I think that the issue there is that I wanted to scout. Like, that's really just all there was to it. I didn't think that there was any way I would die to High Noon. I knew that they already had a lock on. It's just I wanted to pick main to know their positions, to know if I wanted to go for blade and stuff like that. I want to just skip info on them. Like, if I stop seeing them main, I might go to the right flank and mark that, etc. So I wanted information, but in that case, I did not expect the caster to be that far up. I guess there isn't really that much reason for the Cassidy to cancel his High Noon anyways. Like, sure, he's not gonna... Like, realistically, everyone just D-peaks and then he does nothing with the High Noon, and then after the High Noon ends, like, if he holds it for 2 more seconds or just cancels it early, not gonna be the difference between him getting to a flank or something. He was not under danger, so he did not need to early cancel, and it's not like the flank is gonna be free or whatnot. So yeah, they're... I don't know, it's just silly. Just very silly.
Science means going where outcomes are uncertain, but I am certain that we're going to have a great time.
Hello.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good to see you.
Round 1. Capture.
Fine, I could have won that game.
Hello. Good
More
to see
ways than one.
Over here. Over there.
This, I believe, is inside right. Wow, you're just giga dead. And his steal was dead.
The objective is now.
Okay.
Enemy detected. I'm on the objective. Rally to my position.
This guy just emptying. What is this guy doing? Hello? He burns his deflect early and he still commits to like a very deep dash with his tank being dead.
Someone call.
And they're off Genji. Because the character must suck, right? A lot of the time that's the mentality players have when they make those types of swaps. Okay, that guy is trying too hard to cook with the grapples. And they swap the cast now,
Enemy here.
I think. I feel like that was a no-rag, no? Like I heard the connection and then did not hear the damage? Oh, they're in junk, what?
Nano boost administered. Enemy over here. Heading you out. Over there. وريهم قوتك. You're right. My rockets are fueled.
Changing your body will not heal your wounds.
Taking the objective.
Don't have nano, but it's in this matchup it's like nano blade feels really weird. You can always tank one of the things, so I can stay and maybe get the one swing off. Swing dash, and if she shoots my deflect, she just dies. Otherwise, I just have more time to dash away because I have more info on where she's going.
Rocket barrage incoming. I'm taking off.
First round.
She's alive.
Nice.
Or the Genji's base kill? I really don't know if it should.
Score.
Main reason for that is because Dragon's Church is just so broken in low ranks that you could be just like terrible at the character. You press ult whenever you see 5 people grouped, and they physically cannot shoot you down fast enough, and then you just team wipe. And then you get like probably a positive win rate out of playing like that.
Name on it.
我が刀は研ぎ澄まされ、心に微塵の迷いなし。
5, 4, 3, 2.
I really hate the ideas of the Q dashes. Q dashes just fundamentally break the character. They just make Genji not Genji. With Sith cuts, at least you have to work for it. What is happening this match? Hello?
Much better.
I'm claiming this objective.
This player's not good enough at Tracer. You can tell that they're just swapping to the character because they didn't steal the Mega from me. I was too far to realistically make the Mega stealing dash.
Claiming the objective.
I still don't have meditation. Oh, I almost broke her ankles. Did I play Unknown? I did play when she released and she actually took skill. Now she kind of doesn't. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you reduce the dash distance, then Genji stops being as fun as he is. If you reduce the damage, you still have the issue of Genji just double dipping on mobility. So now he can engage for free, he doesn't need a kill to engage and get out. Most of his damage comes from his shurikens anyway. Not like 50 is a lot of damage. Also, we're just trolling for no reason. I don't get what my team is doing. Like our team just looked at the enemy team just trolling the game and decided, I think that's gonna be fun too. I wanna try and kill this stray. I did not set up touch, team, I'm sorry. I thought we would be able to kill Doom, like in one shot. More moving speed when Dragon Blade. I present to you this screen right here. Also, 6. It's not 5.5 like a lot of other characters. Genji has 6. So Genji has 7.8 meters per second during Blade. 7.8. There are a lot of characters that are 5.5.
2, 1. Round 3. Capture.
He does not need more movement speed. He's already giga fast.
There will be only one victor.
That's a headshot, I think. I wanna close the gap on the Widow, but the Junkrat is marking the right side. Have points, so no need to force. They're playing so far back. Just because you see a Widow doesn't always mean that you should go for her. You can just play out of her sidelines at times. This Widow's playing so far back that we're unlikely to be able to get on her. I try to go for her, she gets PO'd, the Doom turns back, and then I'm dead. Also, it's not like the Widow contributed that fight, she's swapping because of how little she did. Because we just played outside her range. I need to get back. What is happening this match, like genuinely? I feel like teams just decide to AFK for no reason. I think Arzar is dead. I might be dead too. Aww. Okay, team is holding out well. Somehow my Zarya lived. Very nice.
Greeting. Enemy. I see an enemy.
وريهم قوتك. Rocket barrage incoming.
I feel like I got scammed. I think that I aimed well on the Ana and then I got 0 crits. Like what? No one would really complain about? Yes, I would. Genji does not need bigger shurikens. Hello? Do you not remember Genji being nerfed because the bigger shurikens were too good?
Play of the game.
Uphill. That was a weird match. Genji has always had 3 perks. Always. People pretend as if people picking blade twisting in the past meant that blade twisting was better. No, that was just people being dumb. This perk was never good. Never. Not even when meditation was weaker. Meditation was still better.
Double kill.
I will stand by this opinion always. You can believe that it's stronger. Like people can just pick what they have fun with. And it could be stronger for some players because of a placebo effect, right? Like you could just be more content going for kills even if the blade twisting doesn't actually make a difference. Or meditation would have done the same effect through virtue of you living more, so you just get to shoot more, right? Things like that. And it can end up being a better perk for you, right? Through psychological effects, just how certain skins can make you win more than others because you just enjoy them more, so you focus more and things like that. Or you believe that a skin is cursed, so it makes you lose, and then you lose more of that skin. Things like that, right? But meditation has always been good. But everyone just sees a pro pick blade twisting because the pros pick it without really thinking. Because the pros are not gonna min-max that type of stuff. The pros are just kind of gonna see, oh, that looks good, and they're gonna pick it, and that's it. Maybe the coaches are gonna spend a little bit of time and thinking, that's probably better, and then they'll pick it. And then even if they're wrong, who cares? Because they don't have the time for that. It's not really worth their time to think about this stuff very deeply. Also, here's a fun thing, right? Aside from like the Sig buff, when he got more damage and then got promptly nerfed halfway, right? Like, he became meta for like a bit, and then he was still good, but people stopped playing him, and then suddenly he becomes meta on the Mizuki comp. Like, characters can get in and out of viability without being changed directly. Of course, you could mention like other changes positively affecting them or negatively affecting them, right? Because of context, sure. But a lot of it is also just like people's impression of a character. The greatest example for me, actually no, it's not even Genji, it's Pharah. Remember when everyone thought that Pharah was garbage after the rework, and then the pros played her, and then everyone said that she was broken because the pros played it? Yeah, that's when perception changes. I believe there's an example in League where, I think it's League, where a character was supposed to get nerfed, but the patch notes didn't go through, and the character performed way worse in ranked, despite not actually being changed, right? So perception plays a huge role, huge role, right? So if people think that a perk is better, even if it isn't, it can end up being, right? Because they just, oh, the pros picked it, so if the pros are picking it, they must be right, so I'm gonna pick this and I'm gonna win more games, right? And the pros can be wrong, because the pros make a lot of dumb mistakes. Humans are very against change, they like the familiar. So instead of just, oh, there's a new meta, let's figure something out, guess what a lot of the pros did before Mauga started getting nerfed a bunch? Or nerfed out of viability, complete viability? They just played the same Mauga comp that they were practicing for 6 months, right? Even when Mauga wasn't as good, even when other tanks were better than Mauga. Why? Because the pros did not care to test other comps, they just wanted to keep playing what was familiar to them. Very resistant to change. Also, funnily enough, with like before Mauga just came back into people's perception of being good recently, our team was already playing a lot of Mauga and noticing a lot of Mauga on the last season of Face It. And we're talking about how good Mauga is and people not noticing how good Mauga is, and then after a little bit, people just notice how good Mauga is and people start playing it more in rank, people start playing more in pro and stuff like that, right? A lot of it is perception. Characters can just be good and just people will not bat an eye on them. Like, I don't know if Vendetta is good in her current state, but it could just be that Vendetta is currently just fine and you could just run the Zarya data comps as before. Because she did get buffed recently, I don't know if that makes her good enough. But very few people even want to try her because they haven't been prompted to do so. They have this idea that Vendetta is trash, and if Vendetta doesn't show on the patch notes, they're not gonna give her a try. And maybe they will, maybe if Vendetta gets buffed and that they give her a try, but they don't give enough of a try to notice that she's actually broken. So maybe it will take one team that actually believes her and gets enough results to prove that to everyone that Vendetta is actually secretly broken, right? There are a lot of cases like this. Necros was negatively impacting Genji's perception for a long time, and when Necros quit the game, it took a little bit of time, but Genji was being played in pro, and Necros wasn't out there just saying, Genji's trash guys, Genji's trash guys, Genji's trash. And then after enough time of Necros gone and people seeing Genji in pro play, the community was accepted, oh wait, no, Genji's actually good. It's a lot of this. And then more recently, a lot of people have been crying about Genji and just being like, oh, Genji's trash, Genji's trash, Genji's trash. And if you go to the hero stats, which are public, you can check, you can filter by rank, they're not perfect, but they're there, right? You can go ahead and see that Genji is like a top DPS. Heck, There was someone that came for feedback on my server asking for a VOD review. They were gold, and they were talking about Genji being bad and not being worth putting in the time. And then I searched the Genji win rates on gold, and Genji was the best DPS. I think he was 4th or 5th best hero, best performing hero in gold, but he was the best performing DPS character. Just a perception issue. That player does not believe in Genji, so they probably were trying less during the matches, because they think the character is trash. If they thought Genji was good, but they were losing, they would notice that they were making mistakes and that they needed to fix those mistakes to perform on Genji and actually make him look like the character that he is in the rank, which is the best DPS, right? Has been good most of the time, correct. But despite Genji being good most of the time, for large portions of this game, people have believed that Genji is trash. Because people just cry about it and just say this nonsense because they're emotional and they went on a loss streak. And they wanna int 1v5 and it doesn't work. They have to do these things called timing and pathing and whatnot, right? Like, play the game like everyone else has to play. Like, it would be like a Cassidy just walking down main, not strafing at all, just hoping to 2-tap everyone, and just be like, well, my character is trash because they shoot me. Guys, I get countered because they put mouse on my head and they kill me when I'm walking a straight line, wah wah. Like there's a meme of like the rock, paper, scissors with the guy that just like, I'm gonna play scissors, and then play scissors every time, and complains, wow, these rock abusers, they make the game unplayable, wah wah. Anyways. Yeah. You could do that. Nerf rock.
Double kill.
Get along now.
Also, I really do love how the devs are so clueless on some of these balance changes. This high noon perk is still not gonna be good enough. Or even if it was good enough, it might be one of those things about perception that people are just not trying, but it's also an ult perk. Unless it's like a very fun ult perk, you're just not gonna play with it. You're just gonna pick the more consistent perk, right? And there are situations, just like with Genji, where you can have one perk be the better one, but be the one that gets underpicked, and then devs just go like, no, this perk gets picked more, so it must be better. So we're gonna buff the other one, and then they just buff the already better perk. I don't want to debate people too hard on this, because first, I don't think it actually matters that much. Or at least I don't think it did as much back when meditation was nerfed. Or not buffed, right? Because it didn't actually make that big of an impact. At the very least, not for a major perk. Like, a lot of major perks are very game-changing. Genji's major perks were not really that game-changing. But there was a recent one. I don't remember which character it was, where their better perk got buffed because people just picked the other one. Who was it? Does anybody remember? I'm looking through the hero list right now. No, there was a better example. I think Freya is the one.
Always deliver.
I think Freya is the one. Yeah. Cause momentum boost is garbage. Just complete complete awful. The main reason that this perk is awful is that Freya is not a character that gets dirty with it. Also, thanks for the raid, I did not notice. I don't know if it was just now. I mean, it says on my thing now, but I don't know how long it takes for it to update to like minutes and stuff like that. So thanks for the raid, MVTX. Welcome. But the reason why momentum boost is bad with Freya is fairly simple, right? She does not get involved. Genji gets involved because he has deflect and stuff, right? He can brawl. Freya, she doesn't. Initially, when Freya released, I thought that she was gonna be kind of like a sniper that actually gets involved. I was interested because like I thought that you would like drop and then use this to escape and then use verticality, and then you would kind of blink around like a tracer would, right? Obviously, it's not gonna have the same level of durability as a tracer, right? It's not a flex DPS, but I thought that she was gonna be a hit skin that got more involved in the fight and had these cool jukes and moved around. That's not how Freya plays. Freya just kind of does this and just whoop, and then snipes, and then plays range, and then snipes some more, and then uses this cooldown for this, right? So momentum boost doesn't really do anything. But the important thing is Relentless Barrage gives you so much damage. I have a friend that plays a lot of Freya.
No Vangada!
There we go.
That's good.
And they talked about how people underrate how powerful the left click is. And the left click does a lot of damage. It's 60 per headshot. 60. It's very strong. So the fact that you can do this and just spam tank and have this much damage output, you have infinite ammo. Infinite. Obviously, I'm not gonna exaggerate, blow this out of proportion because practice range, right? But my point is that this perk is or was already better than the momentum boost, because momentum boost just didn't do anything for Freya's gameplay cycle before. And this provided a significant boost to your ability to poke because it just gave you more ammo. You can weave much more. You don't have to reload now because you're just getting more ammo every time that you land a bolt. And every time that you land a bolt, you can left click more while you wait for the bolts, and then you bolt, and then you left click, and then you bolt, and then you left click.
I never get tired of this.
And then they buffed it, I believe, from 4 to 8. Why? Why? This perk was already better. You know? There are some very questionable changes from the dev team. Very, very questionable changes. And despite how much I've talked about just like, oh, they have been doing like a terrible job and whatnot of balance, the game is still fun. The game is still very enjoyable. It's a great game. Right? And a lot of the issues just become more of an issue when you actually get to the really, really, really high ranks, and even then, you can still have a lot of fun and have a decent amount of variety. Honestly, my biggest letdown lately with the devs is the maps. Oh, the maps are terrible. I would be so sad to be a low rank player, because low ranks permanently play escort and hybrids, because for some reason they really like those maps. And let me tell you, most of the escort and hybrid maps are terrible. King of the Hill is a fundamentally flawed game mode, but at least the maps are okay. And Push and Flashpoint are just the best modes, because they have the best maps. And they are honestly just the best modes too.
I'm notorious for
And those are the modes that are most played on high ranks. So I haven't really had to play Paraiso in like months. Like legitimately months. At least in 5v5. I think I played it once or twice in 6v6.
I'm doing good work.
But it makes sense, because the matches with the 6v6, it might say GM champ, but the player's skill is diamond. You go to their profile and it says roll Q diamonds. I'm not exaggerating, it's literally what it shows. What's the flanking of the hill? Team that wins first fight wins 75% of the time. The first fight holds an enormous amount of weight for the rounds. That's why. No other game mode is as snowbally as that. Just a fundamental flaw. How can they fix it? I don't know. I don't know if they need to change the chokes, the defender advantage, the ticking time, like give it more time, right? Have it be slower. I don't know what the solution is. I just know that it's a fundamentally flawed one, that we have statistics to say that it's a fundamentally flawed one. That's been for years. They have had these stats for years, ever since Overwatch League.
Whatever it takes.
Not really, because Flashpoint has more points.
What a shame.
And also ticks faster. Taking faster might seem weird to say as like a benefit to it, but it shows that like the defending team isn't really gonna be building ults anyways. So it's not like they're gonna be able to turn their ult economy in their favor as much. Like in King of the Hill, because of defender advantage, you kind of just... I mean, the team that wins first fight usually has more ult charge, and then with defender advantage, they have even more of a chance to farm ults, and then they farm ult, and then they use the ults to win more fights, and then get the point to 99. On Flashpoint, you cap first fight, and then you at most have 2 fights. Maybe you're gonna have an ult fight. In higher ranks, you usually end up having an ult fight from both teams.
You got in my way.
So I feel like it ends up not being as big of a deal because there are more points, so because the ult economy transitions from one point to the other, unlike in King of the Hill, the team that's defending has an incentive to not ult, if possible, to win the fights there and capture the points. And also, even if they have advantage from capturing the point first, you have that process more times because there are more points. It's not 1 point, this team has 75% chance. You have to win 3 points to win in Flashpoint, right? Now I could say that those first fights matter more than the fights after when you're trying to recapture, and sure, that's gonna be the case. But the dynamics with the ult economy and the amount of points and the speed that which it takes, I think, combines into being much healthier.
Triple kill.
I also think that the maps in general are just like easier for the team to break into. At least Suravasa is. New Junk City not as much, like the design in New Junk City is not amazing. There are a lot of chokes in New Junk City, but like the flanks in Suravasa are amazing, so you don't actually need ults as much to break through and capture the points. And again, if ult economy is not really gonna play because the point capture is so fast, then that's not a snowballing thing for the defending team. And now the attacking team can just take an even fight on the second point on an even footing with ults, right? And then it kind of becomes normal. I don't know. It could be that what I'm talking about does not actually hold up, at least with like the ult economy being less of an issue because the point takes faster. Like that could just be bullshit that I invented. I have no idea. I've not stopped to think through this enough to know if it's actually true. I'm feeling it might, but I could also see like that potential being wrong, but I don't know. At least the rest makes it a much healthier game mode. But there's a lot of outdated map design. Like, if the best way I can go about it is not to talk about it myself, it's just to reference Pylo's video on the maps. He did one recently. It's hours long, he goes over all the maps, he puts them on a tier list. And I think one of the important things about maps that you're gonna see in tier lists is that there are so many maps at the bottom and very few at the top. It's terrible. You would want, if the game is well designed, right, or in this case the maps are well designed, you would want to have a lot of stuff at the top and not very much at the bottom. But in the case of Overwatch maps, you have a ton, and I mean a ton, of maps that are terribly designed that are gonna go in like C, D, F tier, and very few that are gonna be S, A and stuff, right? So maps need a drastic overhaul. Will we get one? No. Devs are too busy designing new heroes. They can't even properly balance the game fast enough to fix characters that they have just released into a healthy state. Like before, I mean, to be fair, Unrun did release with 4 other characters, right? But Unrun is not in a well-designed space right now, And guess what? They already released Sierra, and they released Xion, and they're gonna release another hero in like a month. Sierra is probably the best example, right? Release did not have enough time, did not have enough love, and Xion released, so the devs haven't really had time to properly address Sierra and design and find a good space for the character to be in. And it's just gonna stay that way. The content schedule is just making so the balance cannot keep up. Which is why I'm of the belief that the way that you balance Overwatch is through embracing the content schedule and balancing more aggressively, balancing more often. You accept that you're not going to be perfect because you can't be perfect under the circumstances. There are too many variables, too many systems in place, too many ranks that you're trying to appease, right? To make happy. So embrace all of those facts and you balance more aggressively. Because otherwise you're never going to get anywhere. Roadhog is going to stay the same mess as his, Junker is going to stay the same mess as his, right? Reinhardt is going to keep being just like a shield slop bot, yada yada yada. I could go through the list of characters and I could probably just list half of them as just fundamental kit designs that they're just like flawed and they're not going to be addressed because they have to look at the new thing, right? No, we don't need new heroes. We need balance patches that keep up with the game. It's kind of like the game is evolving past the devs. That's how I would describe it. The game is evolving past the devs. I have puts in a row. Perks. I don't remember what was next, if it was like map pool. I think map pool was season 17 and perks season 15, right? Season 16 was what? Bans? And did they do another system in season 18 or am I wrong? I might be wrong. I think map pool might have been the last system implemented out of these. I think it was 3 in a row, like 3 in a row of systems, not 4. Right? But perks is already a massive system, and then bans is a massive system, and then map pools is a massive system. And so the game needs to change accordingly, the philosophy needs to change accordingly, and it doesn't really feel like it did. And now they have changed to release 1 hero per season rather than every 2, and it does not feel like the balance has changed because of it. It does not feel like the balance is faster to account for that, right? And the perk design has not improved. I feel like in a way the perk design has almost just like become worse. The amount that they lean into the ban system has made it worse. Like they just live with some bad hero designs because people are just gonna ban them, right? Things like that. It just feels like they are kind of just like not seeing through the consequences of the things that they're adding, and they're not really learning and looking at the game state and being like, what do we need to change to actually keep up with where the game is? It's kind of like they just have this idea of what Overwatch is, but rather than pulling Overwatch back to being that or pushing it towards being what is in their vision, they just kind of have this outdated vision, and half of the team is working towards new things where the other half is balancing as if it was still just like pre all these systems. You know what I mean? Like there's just this dissonance that's really weird. And it's why I feel like the game has, or at least in terms of the balance, has become a lot worse more recently. And it had such a good track record going into perks. Because perks introduced a lot of changes to how you need to balance the game that the devs just did not go through with. Right? And that to me is like a big marking point. Anyways, I yapped a lot. What are y'all's thoughts? I'm not saying the devs are incompetent, by the way. I know a lot of studios that would do an infinitely worse job than the Overwatch devs. Like, it is a hard job, which is why a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about is leaning into not being perfect. Balance faster, more aggressively, because you're not going to be able to be perfect. And then if you make mistakes, guess what? You can fix them in a week or two, because you're just going to push another balance patch soon. You're just going to be like, you're going to be expecting to make more dud balance changes, because you're trying more things and you're being more aggressive with them. Now that's going to mean that you're going to fail more, but you're also going to succeed more, and you're going to be able to see more game states to learn from. If the
Guided by the wind.
One of the problems with, for example, Roadhog balance is that because the devs have never tried something all that creative with the character, they have always just kind of worked around the character having a one-shot. They haven't really worked how to make Roadhog function without a one-shot, right? Because of this, they're never gonna be able to really make the character work without a one-shot because they haven't even really tried. They have always just tried to, rather than go wild and make Roadhog go 20% win rate while they're cooking up something, they've always tried to maintain Roadhog at a, let's say, 45% win rates. I don't know what the exact amount is, but it feels like that's kind of where they want to leave Roadhog at. So they have never really gone all that crazy with the changes. They kind of need to just nuke Hog's damage and give him a second hook or something like that, and see how the character functioned and just be like, wait, 2 hooks gave, like, the character was completely wildly unbalanced, and it was unplayable, either for good or bad, right? But the 2 hook idea was interesting. Oh, but what if we give Roadhog a belly flop and then he can get high ground and stuff like that, right? How would that function? And then they make some wild changes and try that out. And sure, maybe that idea flops, but because they have tried something, they inspire the community to give them ideas, and they think about Roadhog in a different way, and they give themselves a new idea through brainstorming, right? But if they're never willing to do these things, they're never going to be able to see versions of Roadhog that function without the one-shots, right? So they need to do those things if they want to eventually make characters like Roadhog actually healthy for the game, right? Yeah, exactly. The dev team is in a way handicapped by higher up and stuff like that. It's always gonna be that way. But I don't think it's unsolvable. Especially because, I mean, you could argue that smaller studios are gonna have an easier time dealing with this. But like, something that I feel like is interesting in this latest part is that the devs are not afraid of making a card gigabusted. I mean, a card could be good before and people are not playing and not picking it, maybe because it was not sexy or anything like that. And then there's buff the card just to make people pick it. Why? Because they want data on it. That's why I really like, that's like the main thing why or the main reason why I would like the devs to do these crazy ideas. It's because if they don't try these crazy ideas, they're never gonna get data on them. If you never get data on different things, you're never going to be able to create those different things, because you're never going to know if those different things are going to work or not. You need the data, right? So when the latest part devs pick a card and just gigabuff it, right? They gain data on the card. And now, yes, of course the card is gigabuster or whatnot. Or maybe they realize, wait, the card is not actually as good as we thought. Even if we believe that the card was good before and now should be gigabusted after the buffs, right? And then that might just mean that they need to change their approach of balancing that card or something like that, right? Maybe they just change an elite fight in the game to just be like stupidly difficult. It might make players lose a lot more runs in the short term, but maybe making that fight stupidly difficult serves to give them interesting data on cards that wouldn't otherwise be picked, because there wasn't really a reason to pick them. Now you might need to pick certain cards that just solve that one elite fight that is stupidly hard unless you have this card. So now you're getting data on that card, right? You kind of have this push and pull of the balance that the devs are purposefully using to gain data on specific areas of the game, but they can, through having a collection of data of so many different game states, just balance the game better. And that's something that the Overwatch devs don't do very much. And because the latest Pyro devs are not really afraid of doing all these changes, they have been able to, in a very short amount of time, make drastic changes to the game throughout early access that have improved the game significantly.
Weapons free.
Really interesting.
Major path unlocked.
Anyways, we kind of went on went on a very long tangent. I've been getting some very good viewership lately. I've been peaking at almost 30 viewers on YouTube, and in the meantime, like now I have like 10 viewers on Twitch, around that. I don't know how many of those are just viewers sticking around from the raid. Could be that before I didn't really have many viewers on Twitch, right? But I feel like I've been having some really good viewership, which is nice. Especially considering like how inactive I've been with videos. That's cool.
Try using your
Double
grapple.
kill.
No, it's the thing about the data, and I'm talking like the devs need to just balance around purely the data, right? You obviously need to be very cautious about how you use data, because data is inherently gonna lack some sort of like context. Like you can look at like win rate, and then you can break it down by map and matchup and whatnot, and like you can try and make it, you gain yourself as much info so that you gain as much knowledge on the win rates and stuff as possible, right? In this example, that you don't just like balance Genji in a vacuum when he has like 70% win rate in Nambani and 30 in Havana, right? Making him 50% win rate overall. Like those things could make it seem like his theoretical balance, but might need changes to make him better at sniping and worse at close and stuff like that, worse at diving, whatever, right? But the thing is, like, you gain more info, and the more informed you are, the better your decisions can be. If you are trying to make a dive on ball, let's say that I'm trying to minefield right there, right? I'm trying to minefield right there. Am I more likely to get a good minefield if I'm ulting from here? Or from here? Because the thing was, with ball, I could grapple from all the way there and hit this exact same spot. But if I'm here, I can see when the enemy team is in this position, so that this minefield is gonna have better effect. By having more info, I can make a better dive. Right? One very big mistake that people make in this game is just not gathering enough info.
Double kill.
Not doing a great job scouting. My video why your dives get countered talked a lot about this. Attention. Attention is a very important source of info that people completely ignore. People try and deflect after taking damage, or when they expect people to turn around, not when people actually turn around. A lot of times the cue that you have for deflect is just people looking at you. You physically see them turn around, that's when you deflect, right? But a lot of times people are just like, they dive on Ana, they dash behind her, and then they insta deflect, and then because the Ana hasn't turned around yet, they cancel the deflect and instantly go for the combo. But then the Ana turns around the moment that they're canceling the deflect, and it goes for the sleep. And they're like, oh no, this Ana is so bad that I cancel deflect and I just outplayed myself. No, you outplayed yourself because you deflected when she wasn't looking at you. There's information right there that you just didn't choose, the fact that she's not looking at you, so you don't need to deflect. There's also a lot of information that Genji players don't choose about where their teams is, right? And they don't choose that information to inform whether or not they can or should engage. A lot of the times people will just be like, I have a Genji angle here, right? I can drop in. Wow, 2 squishes. Wow, this looks so juicy. But they didn't gather information about where the rest of this team is, what their cooldown status is, and most importantly, where their team is. Because if they turn around and everyone is crits, they could make an incredible dive on these players, yet both of these to 1 HP. If their team can follow up in this Genji can get countered by 3 people looking at you and just peeling these guys, this Genji player made a bad play, even though in a vacuum it seemed like a good one. Because again, lack of information. So that's the important thing about just gathering more data. It's not to just purely use the data for the balance. It's to give yourself more information through which you can use to make better decisions. There's a little bit redundant there. Through which you can use, through which you can make better decisions. You don't need to use there. How many games did I play? So I'm almost 6v6, so I'm gonna play the 3-5v5s. Which I feel like I played really well. It was a weird game. It was also a weird game. And it was also an extent a weird game too. I've talked so much though. And the problem is that I have this tendency to, if I keep streaming, I just am gonna keep talking. Or I'm gonna find a reason to talk, I'm gonna go on a tangent and I'm not gonna stop even though I know I shouldn't. So right now I want to not overdo it. I've talked a lot. So I want to preserve my voice a little bit. I don't want to end up just like hurting myself is a little bit too harsh of a term, but I guess it will do for now, and then end up just having to rest for like 1 or 2 days, not being able to stream because I don't really want to talk, you know. I think I'm gonna cut it short here. For those that would like to ask questions, get VOD reviews, etc. VOD reviews I do on my either me or the community, right? On the Discord server are free. If you want coaching, you can reach out to me in Discord DMs. I would recommend joining the Discord server. And there's gonna be more incentive in the future for this. Obviously, I still put in work. Although I wouldn't say that I've done the best work lately in terms of just like providing educational content, because I haven't really posted videos. But if you do want to support what I do, you can pledge a custom amount on my Patreon. Type. Also, would this work? Does the bots also work? Yeah, no, the bot is also on the Twitch stream. Nice. You can pledge a custom amount. It can be as low as like $1 if you want, or if you have more to offer, you can do that to support what I do. Because I was tired of paywalling some educational content, so now I've just decided to make the system just be purely about, hey, if you want to support, you can do so. Just choose the amount that you can do. If you don't have much, you can donate a very small amount, right? If you want to support. Obviously, you don't have to, but for those that can, you have the freedom to literally support with as little or as much as you want, right? That's kind of where I decided to put it. And then I'm gonna have more info about this in the future, but I'm working on a very cool project that's hopefully gonna allow me to just make not only video content more often, but also a different type of content that I'm not gonna spoil it. I haven't really seen other people do in terms of education, and I think it's gonna be really exciting, and it's gonna be really easy for me to just keep updating, keep putting more info in there. So I'm not gonna spoil it quite yet. I want to progress on the project a little bit more before I announce it. I'll also make a video announcement for it. but it's gonna be a really interesting resource that people will be able to use to learn and to get very updated thoughts that I have on the game. It's not gonna be, oh, I have some thoughts about the game and I end up missing my time window to post it, and now I have this video that's 1 year old on my thoughts on timing, right? Like, that really often happens with me when I actually end up posting videos. Won't be the case because you are always gonna have updated thoughts on what I'm doing. I'm not gonna spoil what the resource is gonna be, why that's gonna be the case, but if I have a thought, it's gonna be in there really quickly and you're gonna have access to it and you're gonna be able to make use of it very quickly. Anyways, I've talked enough. So I'll just be ending stream here. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye. Hope you enjoy the games.